What's good, y'all? Welcome to an episode of Buzz Boys. I'm your host, Terry, and tonight the NBA draft officially concluded with the second round, which we had picks 33 and 34. And ultimately, I do feel good about our selections that we made. Now, something that I talked about last night, kind of did take place. Getting up to 31. Uh, and you know Phoenix came up and did it. Um, Now it wasn't for Maxime. He actually fell to like 42. Um, it was for Rasheer Fleming. Suns moved up, package whatever, got up there at 31. At 32, the Celtics ended up trading down with the Magic. And at 33, we get Sion James. I hope that's how you say his name. Um, and with that first pick, I kind of expected once Rasheer was off the board, if we did use both picks, we would kind of go guard and center. So didn't surprise me at all. Um, and we got somebody who is a defensive minded player. 3 and D. You know, being seen the complaints about Khan and Liam's defense, and you bring somebody like Sion, a teammate of Khan, so they're gonna have chemistry on the court together, and I think it could work out for us, man. And I'm seeing people saying that he's small. He's not small. He is 6'6". I think it's his build. He's just so muscular. He just looks compact. He just looks compact, bro. But he's actually big, and it literally is funny because I was with somebody watching highlights, and like, he looks short. Like, nah, he's 6'6". Like, you know, um, so I do love that you bring somebody 6'6", 220, solid defender, 3 and D guy, um, and ultimately 41% from three. I mean, it's just straight up 3 and D. Exactly what is flourishing in the league now. Everybody needs it. Look at the Thunder's blueprint of what their team is. It's all guys who can hold their own defensively and knock down open shots. Everybody on that team has a role and they understand it. And Sion James, somebody who understands his role, especially at Duke, playing with the people he played with. He understands his role. He's not out there trying to be the biggest superstar in the world. He only averaged 8 points a game, but he understands what he's out there for, and he does affect the game. And I mean, even last year at Tulane, he averaged 14. You come to a better school, more stacked. Okay, your totals dropped down, but his 3 point percentage went up, getting cleaner looks, and he was shooting less. But as a career, he is a 36% 3 point shooter. Even after struggling his freshman year, shooting 28%, he's able to get his stuff up as the years go on. So I am very hopeful. He did work out with us. He said 2 weeks ago. So everything the Hornets did as far as workouts, everything, the players as well as the organization did a good job keeping it stitched lip. Besides Trey Johnson, because he did say that the other day. Um, so yeah, with pick 33, man, I'm happy. Ultimately, I think Rasheer obviously would have been, the guy, but it is what it is. You go out and get somebody who can fit a mold for you. And he is a name that I did hear last night and earlier today as well, from a few people on Twitter in my mentions. So, hey, man, if you predicted Sion James, shout out to you. Ryan Kalkbrenner, somebody I did talk about last night, who I wanted. It was either going to be him or what's his name? Renard. And we chose Kalkbrenner, and I'm happy that we did, simply because of the defensive ability. 4-time defensive player of the year in the Big East. Patrick Ewing is the only person who has ever done that. At the end of the day, man, 7'1", 270 is solid. He can run the floor, dunk, block, do everything you need to do. And then on top of that, he is a 34% 3 point shooter. Not the highest volume. I think I talked about it yesterday. He shot like 60 something threes this year. Still a decent enough sample size to know that he can shoot. So I'm happy, man. And then on top of that, he is, older. I think he's gonna be 23 this year. Um, or turn 24. Let me see. I know I made notes last night. Let me go and read my notes from last night. But yeah. Kalkbrenner is 23 right now. He's actually gonna turn 24 in January in the middle of the season. So 24-year-old rookie, somebody who's ready to come in and help now. And I think the Hornets, um, you know, we realize, well, the front office realizes that this fan base is, impatient. Um, we do have expectations, somewhat, not a championship or anything crazy, but just put a viable basketball product out there that we can watch and support, and make the playoffs in the weak East, man. The East has been weak, wide open for a little minute now. We've seen Atlanta make Eastern Conference Finals runs. We watched the Pacers go to the finals, bro. The Heat go to the finals. The Hornets were in that tier with the Hawks, Pacers, Heat. We were in that tier with them, you know, and they took off. Even once we, started dropping down as far as tier goes because of injuries and, even the Orlando Magic, like, bro, we have watched them reach new heights. We just want to accomplish something, bro. And so, you know, you're bringing a bunch of guys, you know, high floor. Um, it leads to us adding four people who can do something on this team from day one, and I'm happy with that. And honestly, that's how you turn to a team like OKC, having so many people on rookie contracts and all of that. Like, literally, bro. People say, "Oh, role players, man." We have LaMelo and Brandon, bro. We have our two stars. Depending on how you feel about it, you can throw Miles' names in there. We have the Chiefs, bro. It's time for Indians. And having role players, people looking at it as a negative, but I talked about this so much last year. When have the Hornets had somebody who was a 3-point specialist? You got to go back to somebody like Troy Daniels years ago, bro. Years ago. The closest that we have now is Seth Curry. That's it. So having guys who are proficient, known 3-point shooters, but at 6'5", at 6'6", can play make, can move around without the ball, all of that, bro, that is a plus. And having multiple of people like that, that is a plus, bro, that every team needs and every good team has, bro. So I'm happy. I'm very happy with the moves that we're making, man. I see the vision. And I do feel like Jeff Peterson does have us on the right path, man. I'm shocked that we did kind of use all four picks. I did not foresee us making four picks. I'm excited for Summer League for sure. Uh, you know, I definitely do make Summer League content. I will definitely be on the Summer League grind for sure. Very interesting to me to see, what that looks like, man. But yeah, overall, man, as far as grade goes, man, I think I'd give it A minus. And the reason I say A minus is because I do feel like there is an overlap with Khan and Liam. Now, don't get me wrong, having two players that can shoot, playmate is really not a problem. It's like you got you got Austin Reeves. Why you need Dalton Connect? Like, you can never have enough connecting pieces who can shoot the ball and hold their own. Like, it's really not that much of a problem. But I feel like we could have gotten Rasheer at 29 last night, and Liam still could have potentially been there at 33. Now, he was, like I said, projected to go at 20, but Rasheer was also projected to go at like 26. So, everybody, fell a little bit towards the back end of that first round. Anything start happening. So, hey, that's really the only reason I give it an A minus is just simply because I do feel like Rasheer was our guy. I do. 6'8", 6'9", a true power forward, 40% 3-point shooter, athlete, defense, all, like, literally all of that, bro. So that's probably why I would give it an A minus. Um, but ultimately, man, I'm happy with who we got. Um, who we walked away with. Like I say, I feel confident that we definitely improved as a team over these past 2 days. You know, still walking away with an extra first round pick from the Mark deal. Um, and we have a center that I do feel confident in, man. I watched his film last night. I loved what I saw. Um, so I'm confident, man. And like I said, he's not a young guy who now, he should be able to translate pretty well. And, he talked about being able to impact from day one and all of that. He talked about that. So he's coming in with a chip on his shoulder, ready to, show what he can do. Um, so I'm excited, man. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. I got an early morning ahead of me. But yeah, y'all comment down below what grade would y'all give the Hornets draft, man. Um, you know, what do you think about tonight? What do you think about overall? Um, do you feel like this pushes the Hornets in the right direction to make a run this year? And not a championship run, but a playoff run. I don't even want to say play in because I don't see why we can't be top six, bro. If we're healthy, I don't see why we can't be top six. Um, but yeah, man, y'all comment down below if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.